Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for our dedicated panel, which is called A Drink With, which is a friendly chat with creative talent coming from different parts of the world, different continents. So we have the honor to have here today Choi, who is natively Chinese. She then went to work in Philippines with David Guerrero, and now she is creative director of FP7 Dubai, which is one of the highest ranked agency in the MENA region. And welcome also here to Julian Amarillo and Haroldo Moreira from GAT Buenos Aires, which is the agency which this year was most awarded in Cannes Lions 2023. So welcome to you guys. And my very first question to you is, what are you drinking right now?
Okay, go ahead. Me, I have my trusty Red Bull, which is the partner of every creative. It's the lifeline of every creative. It's now around like 4:30 in Dubai, so it's the last kick that I need to get through the stock in this day.
And what about you? Because like now in Buenos Aires, it's early morning, right?
Yeah, it is, but don't tell our bosses. We are at work, actually, and we're drinking Stella Artois, so we show this.
And a little bit of a side note, we didn't sleep either because we pulled an all-nighter for that we really like, so don't tell our bosses that either.
It's good not to sleep sometime. So, and I'm drinking a water flavored with arak, which is basically a sort of sambuca here. And so, first of all, I would like, we have been started the festival today in the morning. This is the 10th edition of If Italians Festival, which celebrates the best of creativity, advertising, communication. And the theme, as you already know, today it's rock and roll. And rock and roll, which doesn't mean only music, but it also refers to dedication, to courage, to the power to make people shout loud. So my very first question, apart the first one, is what does for you being rock and roll means today? Julian?
Yeah, for us, it means there's something about this hitting your head against the wall like all the time, one day after the other, but still keeping going, still try again, fail, try again, never giving up. I think that's what rock and roll means for us in this industry. It's never giving up because someday, sometime, something great is going to happen.
Choi?
Yeah, I perfectly agree with that. I mean, rock and roll stems from the want to be different, right? I mean, you be different, but I think people always forget that the word rock and roll ends with a softness with roll. With creativity, you realize that as much as you have strong ideas, sometimes 30% of what you originally planned never really happens. And as a creative, you have to learn how to roll with that. So as much as you rock out with creativity, you really need to have the ability, the flexibility to roll with all of these changes that your idea will go through.
So you have to rock and to roll as well. So this is the idea. So, I totally agree with both of you. And I think if I can add something, I think that also, it means also to start or to have a position in the mainstream culture, sometimes going against it and sometimes touching some themes which are very relevant today. We know that every culture has its themes, and we talk about some themes which were not in the culture, for example, 10 or 20 or 30 years ago. So it means being part of this culture and trying to shape it in a different way. And this leads me to show to our public here, because you don't see them, you just see me, but here in front we have hundreds of people. Please, an applause for them, make you louder, okay, that's it. And it's not fake, they're real people. And so rock and roll also means that, and I would like also to introduce by that one of the campaign that Choco did like with her agency in Dubai. So let's see the video of Adidas.
Sweet feet, wonderful goal!
When I was growing up, I experienced so much discrimination just for being a girl playing football against boys.
Rather than the comparison with men, because women will never beat men at football.
Because men were putting men's sports on TV way before women's sports. So it's this systemic influence.
First time ever the FIFA World Cup will be played during the holiday season.
Pogba, Di Maria, Hakimi,
Rafinha!
only Messi.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our descent to death.
We have to mix that sand and gravel so that they create a contrast against the natural sand on the beach, and it took us about 8 to 9 days to complete it.
It was more than incredible seeing my portraits on the sand, and I am so glad that there's this kind of recognition for female football players.
I think the future of sports has never been brighter for women. There is a lot to do, but the fact that we're on it and that we're moving is very encouraging.
When I first saw the campaign, I told myself, wow, it has an idea, it has a wonderful crafting, it has an insight. When I saw like the first time, when I watched it the first time, like even women, when you ask them like, which is the best like soccer player, like they say, it's a man. So it's an incredible turn on this campaign, like which like worked during the World Cup. So Choi, any comment about that?
Yeah, no, it was an amazing opportunity. Imagine even just the fact of having a woman leading a football campaign for the World Cup. No one knew anything. I mean, our biggest problem was that these women never get the same opportunities. They never get the same media coverage. Whenever they do something, I mean, the way media covers them is always so shallow. And so we were thinking as an agency and as a team that, okay, we have to do something iconic. We have to do something that's a bit more powerful. So instead of advertising for the Women's World Cup during the season of the Women's World Cup, we thought, you know what, let's just hijack the biggest football event of the year, of even like the next 4 years. So what we did was having it at the most famous stadium at the Qatar World Cup. We put like 4-story tall murals that actually, when planes would fly in to Qatar, when people naturally look out the window, you would see these giant murals.
It was not possible not to see that,
Exactly.
It's great. And Haroldo and Julian, what do you think about that?
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like we as advertisers, as creatives, we have the responsibility to bring these stories and these ideas to life. And what I love about this idea is that it has creativity with a gender perspective, and also I personally love the craft, and feel like it's genius to use the sand.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like looking the video, and I was like, yeah, I mean, it's genius. It's
crafting
like
was great as well, right?
And painting the sand, so I feel like it's perfect to tell this story.
And like this is a theme which is very important now, like in Italy, in Europe, and in Dubai and Asia as well, but also like for sure, we had the chance to see many campaigns with themes related to gender equality, gender gap, and more in general, issues related to women, violence, and respect, which are things we're talking about also on our festival today with different perspectives. And but there is not only this theme. This year, or last year, it was the year of artificial intelligence as well. This is another big theme that we had the chance to start to to talk about and to see all the connections and all the consequences of the artificial intelligence. And so the question, one of the questions is, will AI overcome somehow human intelligence and human beings? And I think that one of the campaigns that you did, Julian and Haroldo, give the answer somehow. So let's see the second campaign of today.
And as you can see, we go from bad up to good.
This is nonsense.
Wait, hey, I.
Did you say AI? Yes.
AI.
AI.
Generative AI.
Yes.
Multi, crypto, GPT, mega, AI.
Oh, AI.
We're out of here.
Go get her. Go.
Okay.
You should have said VR.
Alan, say VR.
Get a partner with the best of artificial and human intelligence. Globant. Seek reinvention.
I've watched it like many times, and every time I keep like laughing as if it were like the first time. So like, please, Julian and Haroldo, tell something about like the brand first, and then also the campaign, obviously.
No, yeah, I mean, Globant is a consultancy company, and they offer solutions, like actual solutions. And we were like thinking about, okay, this is the last buzzword on creativity and LinkedIn and everywhere, AI. No one knows how to use it actually, but they tell you that they use it. We were like, okay, AI, and that's where like the idea came, like, okay, what if we do this?
Yeah, but
yes, and also we started to understand it. We started to investigate, and together with Globant, they gave us a bit of a hand to learn about AI. We realized it's a really good tool. The only thing you need to do is to learn how to use it and to stop using it as just a buzzword, as a selling point for your idea or your brand. Or just learn how to use it responsibly, and good things can come out.
I totally agree with you. We're just at the beginning of the AI era, so we have to start to know how to use it like in the best way possible. Also, like to generate new ideas that can help us as creative people to generate other ideas. Like it's not a conflict; it's like an opportunity, I think. But also this like tells a lot about the centrality of human beings today, and I would like your point of view, Choi.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can never replace human touch and creativity. I remember there was a campaign a few years back where they had like an AI ECD, and as much as it was amazing, I mean, it can't replace a human being able to sell an idea, create a full campaign, deal with the day-to-day. Right now in Dubai, the way we work is at least every creative has access to Midjourney. Everyone has some sort of way of working with Midjourney and ChatGPT, even Adobe Firefly in their workflow. Like, I don't remember the last time, someone has comped an idea or a concept board fully. I mean, it's blending now with our workflow, but it's always important to remember that it can never it can never replace human touch. I mean, the creative mind is much more powerful than whatever AI can generate. You have to remember that it's a tool, but it's not something that actually determines what is creative and not.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Also because human beings are not made of AI. Human beings are made of many things, are made of water, are made of tasted water, but also they're made of human insights. Human insights are very important for our production, our creativity, and observing how people relate to other people and relate with themselves and relate also to some objects can give us a very good observation, which brings us insights and then can generate ideas. And this is what I felt when I first saw that campaign. So we're talking about the third campaign you are watching today, which probably some of you already had the chance to see. And it's a campaign made by Heinz.
Honey, right side up.
No, it's not. That's right side up.
Party people dance to the beat. Party people dance to the beat. Party people dance to the beat. Party people dance to the beat.
No! God, please, no! No!
Two-sided reversible bottles. Never again will a drop of Heinz ketchup ever be wasted. Ever again. Just bang, reverse it, bang, reverse it, bang, reverse it again.
Okay, you ketchup lovers, there's a new design innovation that could change America's favorite condiment game forever.
A pretty genius product design in the Middle East. It's the ketchup and down. The first ever upside down. Easy squeezing.
A genius campaign for a genius idea. So first, Haroldo, please share with us your comments.
I mean, this is the kind of ideas, and I have to be honest with you that I'm jealous. I'm jealous that it wasn't on my mind before, because it respects something that we believe with Julian, that it is a role that we use in creativity. That is this dumb? Is this dumb? Or is this so clever, so genius? And I feel this is like the both things, and this is where it becomes like funny, like it's the humor to solve full waste and to tell this universal insight about the captured bottle. So I'm jealous.
Yeah, when you're jealous of an idea, it's a good thing, because like you say, wow, I would have. I totally agree with you. So like, how did it came out, Choi? Like, explain us like the generation of this idea.
Yeah, these are things that AI can't come up with. That's what I mean. This is human observation at its finest. So this was with in collaboration with one of our art directors, Jimmy Cobos. And for the longest time, there was a Heinz bottle in the office, and then we literally they took the cover of another ketchup and just stuck it under. So it wasn't functional at all, but you could see the design as is. And it was in the office for 3-5 months, up until one day someone just said, you know what? Let's do it. Let's get the 3D guy. Let's finally make it happen. And that's how it all like snowballed. It started with someone just, I don't know, like out of lunch, out of curiosity, thought that it was an amazing solution. And then you pitch it to client. So the thing is, it's so important that the relationship we have with your client.
Yeah.
Because imagine you bring this thing to your client and they're like, what the heck is this? We have to reinvent the way we design our stuff. But we've had previous works with our clients and they learn to trust us and they learn to be brave with us. And that's how you get to really cool stuff like this. So we're very happy with how it turned out. It was good for consumers and good for clients as well.
Yeah, I agree also on that. Like, I think like it's a sort of partnership always that you have to have between agencies and the client. And when you have a brave client that supports creativity, and when the creative agency really understands the needs of the client, then like ideas like this one can come out. And the thing is, like, Haroldo was talking about like food waste also. Obviously, it's one of the point of that campaign. But one of the things that I like the most is that like you're talking about the theme with a fresh tone of voice. And obviously it talks about sustainability and food waste, but like you're doing that campaign, you're presenting the project with a fresh tone of voice, with hilarity, and with insights that like make you laugh. So like my question is it important also to have sometimes, not always, but sometimes a light tone of voice?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this might be a hot take, but I feel like in advertising, I feel like most people are set to save the world, or most people think that advertising can save the world. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not an evil person. If I could save the world, I would. But I believe that ads are built to entertain. I mean, the first lesson we all learn is that consumers consume.
Yeah.
It's with their DNA to absorb things that make them feel good. So lightness as a theme in advertising should be something that everyone has. When we did the dissolving bottle last year, I mean, that was meant to save water waste as well. But then we didn't market it like it was something that would solve all of humanity's problems, you know? I do highly respect work that does improve people's lives, but you shouldn't do heaviness for heaviness' sake. You should make people laugh. You should make people smile. You should have fun in what you do. And I think that's what makes a good ad.
So Julian, is it important to make people laugh sometime?
Yes, we're a bit biased with that because, as Harold said, we love funny ideas and we love this comedic tone of things. But we really think that is important because we're bombarded with negative things, with overwhelming problems. We're always receiving bad news almost. So having the power to make someone laugh, even just for a minute, or just a simple joke on an ad, it's incredible. We can change almost the person's day with a little joke on a screen.
I think we have to start also to engage people also through laugh. And I think it can be positive for people, and then at the end for the brand. And this brings me to our fourth and last video for today, which won a Grand Prix in Creative Data at Cannes Lions 2023. So let's watch it. Stellar Toi.
The origins of Stella Artois date back to 1366, to a small brewery in Leuven, Belgium. During the following years, it expanded to the whole of Europe, to what we now know is Stella Artois. We crossed our historical data with art history data and came up with a probability. First, we focused on the color of the beer and the type of glass to determine the style of the brew. In this case, a golden pigment with a Pilsner glass. Then, after establishing the painting's year and geolocation, we compared them with our original brewery brand records of current expansion and distribution to find the matches. By connecting all these variables, we could calculate that the beer being portrayed in all these paintings could in fact be an artois. Together, we turned it into an exhibition at Buenos Aires' most prestigious museum, where Stella Artois launched an app that displayed the results when scanning the beer, with all the information gathered from more than 3,000 analyzed and uploaded paintings, turning every painting with a beer into our campaign.
Creative Data Grand Prix in Cannes 2023. The campaign is called Probability, but my question is, how was it probable? Which was the probability to win a Cannes Lion Grand Prix? So what's the story behind it, and when did you feel you were going to go so high?
I mean, when the case study started, we already had a bit of a flashback, a bit of a drama because of all the sleepless nights that we were working on the idea and on the case. But talking about probability, I think that winning the Grand Prix was the only thing that we couldn't put a percentage on. We always dreamed about it, but it was something so surreal that we couldn't put a number to it. It required a lot of effort, a lot of dedication and time and presentations and comes and goes, but you never expect to win a Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I mean, it was my first ever Lion, and so I think it's a bit too high. But the only thing that we were thinking about was to doing an idea that we loved. From the moment that we had it, we started thinking about it on this: is this too dumb, or is this actually smart?
The right one. Yeah.
Actually, when we were on Cannes and they were playing the video, a lot of people start to laugh.
Yeah.
Until that moment, we said like, "Oh, this is comedy."
Maybe
too,
it's touching
like,
time.
"Oh,
Yeah.
we're so smart." It's like crazy data, all that stuff, and then we were like, "Ah, no, this is dumb." Actually, it's dumb.
You know,
So,
yeah. It can be dumb or it can be great. You know, you never know. But when you see people are loving it, so you knew that you were going to do something great. And Choi, any comment on that?
No, this campaign is amazing, and congratulations, guys. Not bad to have a Grand Prix for the first Lion, no? I mean, I super love this campaign. I love creative data, how it makes you see a brand differently. You know, first I thought, wow, that's a lot of info, but you realize the info is fun, it's shareable. It made me love the uniqueness of the brand even more. To me, this is where advertising is going. You have a balance of brand, you have a balance of creativity, and then you top it off with tech. So it's exactly how we're supposed to evolve. It's exactly, I feel, we're supposed to be with the way people consume things now. So congratulations again, guys. It's a stellar campaign.
Congratulations again. So we still have another couple of questions here. And the question I would like to ask you to all of you is, to Julian and Haroldo, your agency, GAT, has been nominated as the best agency this year in Cannes. And yours, Choi, FP7 Dubai, which is part of the McCann network, is now ranked on the top in the MENA region, which we know it's a not so easy region to make creativity historically. So how does an agency, not only a work, how does an agency and a creative team and the whole agency can arrive to the best stages and keep rocking? Choi.
You really just have to be relentless. I mean, moving to Dubai, I've never been in an agency so talented, but at the same time so hungry. everyone wants a can and everyone has one can in the creative department here. I mean, right now there's 20 to 30 more ideas waiting at the office, waiting to be executed, waiting to be sold. Creative leadership is very important. I mean, once you have a good leader, you have to stick with them. Honestly, that's the best advice I can give, because honestly, you end up becoming who you surround yourself with. How good the people you work with are, that's how far you're going to be. And so it's good to surround yourself in an agency where you constantly feel challenged, where you can look up to the work of the people you work with, and at the same time have them to help you out, improve your ideas as well. So it's be in a good agency and stay with creative people as much as you can.
You're talking about challenge, and also another thing that you said now, like having other ideas that will come out somehow, like so being proactive and not waiting maybe for a brief, but like having the courage somehow, being rock and roll and presenting and going like to the client and presenting ideas, and if the client is brave enough, like he will accept them, and you will all make some project like this one. And Haroldo and Julian, how can you do that?
No, yeah, I mean, I feel like the thing with GAP this year was that we were like, it's going to sound like cliche, but we were like actually teamwork. I mean, it was teamwork. And we were like, GAP Buenos Aires, before this Can edition, didn't want any Can Lion. So we were all like focus on the same thing, like, no, dude, we have to win. I'm going to help you, you're going to help me. And we were like all together with just one objective, that is, if one wins, we all win. So we were like, focus on that.
Yes, I mean, bringing back to the topic of rock and roll, there are no one-man bands. Every famous and great band was a team before, a team effort.
Yeah, the team is everything. Yeah, I think that also like when you succeed in pushing the whole team to new boundaries, I think like it's success not only for you but for the agency, like for everybody. And this is good because like this year maybe you won, the next one like some other people over the agency, but like you are sort of shaping and creating a good ambient, like for creativity. So I would like to thank you very much. It was a pleasure to have you here. And so good morning and have a good day in Argentina, which is now like around 10 o'clock, I think, right? And good afternoon and good evening also in Dubai. And let's cheer all together. Cheers, guys, to you. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Have a great day.